Hey guys,
What's up?
Brandon, Jeremy here from Friend of RC, bringing our review, much anticipated review of the Savage Flux HP. Disclaimer: I know all you HPI fans out there think we're HPI haters, but how can we be haters with, I don't know, every HP that's available? We got a Savage back there, we got Special Edition, we got the HP, we had the XS, we have two Baja 5S's, so you can stuff your fanboys in a sack because we're going to see some bad stuff about this truck. So I'm going to take the Lexan off, what's left of it, and let Brandon lead in with the technical.
We'll go over the specs. We have on this thing all the stock equipment. So you have the blur, loose blur, speed controller. It's like a Mamba Monster knockoff motor, 2200 kV. These shock caps here, I want to point out before I forget, are not stock equipment. We did replace those with the aluminum ones, so they're plastic stock. Steering servo is metal gear. They call it a high torque. It's not bad. I think it's probably around 200.
Yeah, it was actually probably fine.
Yeah, it did all right. And then the radio is a 2.4 gigahertz. Other than that, this is the HP, so you got the upgraded axles, drive shafts, and the transmission, I think, has the HD gears in it. All you HPI fans can give me the... I'm going to get schooled in the comments about exactly what makes it an HP, but it's got all the best of the best equipment on it besides the extended chassis, which it's sorely needed.
Yeah, that's going to be a definite recommendation. Outside of the obvious, the main top technical things that Brandon shared with you, just to let you guys know kind of how we ran it. Well, first of all, we put the aluminum shock caps on because after the very first jump, they exploded. I think two of them blew up immediately. Now, that's fine because it's such a cheap upgrade. Although it's like $20 for aluminum shock caps, which is highway robbery. That's not HPI's fault, though. I don't think these came from them. But I was kind of like, well, now for $660, remember this, HPI fanboys, I have high expectations for that kind of money, okay? I've never bought an RTR that expensive, other than the Losi 5. And I didn't have to change anything on that.
I think almost every car we bought in that price range comes with full aluminum bodied shocks.
Right,
I want to point that out. This said full plastic body shocks, and it's the HP. Just a little disappointing.
They're so long, the travel is so long that you really kind of expect them to have a little bit better coverage, or a little bit better durability, because they just have to travel so far.
And yes, they're all leaking.
Yeah, every single one of them is leaking. I don't know if that's my fault or what, but
it's not.
the other thing is, now if we were to convert this to an XL, I think I would have liked it better. But I'll say, I know there are a lot of HPI guys out there that are gonna say it's a sin to run this on anything but 6S. But I will tell you, we ran this on 6S. In fact, people who think I hate HPI, I went out and spent like $180 on Max Amps Savage specific 6S battery combo packs.
Yeah, custom fit.
Right. So take the cost of this up another $200 on top of it. So now we're looking at an $850 RC car, and it's practically unusable at 6S. And before you hate on me for saying that, please respond with your video comment of your HP when you're driving it, and you can actually control it under 6S.
Unless you like being out of control.
Yeah, and that's cool.
But it's almost like the truck knew it, because if we ran 6S, it just ejected the batteries.
Yeah, it
every
could
time
handle.
we would run it.
Yeah,
that might be due to the fact that these battery trays are horribly
They're
designed.
Garbage.
I mean, they have like child safe rubber
They could have
straps.
put a 20-cent plastic body
clip post.
or something. And I mean, I don't want to rant because all of our HPI videos are long. And let me tell you why. If I didn't like HPI, I wouldn't care, right? I'd just be like, yeah, it's all right, truck. But it's like they design this truck, they make it look amazing, and then it's like they don't ever test the electronics. They don't care about electronics. Like, I could do a whole nother video basically as an open letter to HPI saying like, God, you're so close to having some of the best trucks out there, but have you ever actually driven this truck? It's like they take it out in the back parking lot and they're like, whoa, it's fast. Okay, sweet.
Or they're making sure that it can do standing backflips, which is to
It
us,
can.
and, for people who've been in RC long enough, that's not exactly what we strive for when we're spending $800
It's sweet for
You
like
know,
2 seconds.
to be completely out of control. But I understand, that's kind of half the selling point. But
So I want to give some props to the truck. So it is everything they say it is. You know, I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it's the ultimate basher as HPI fans say, but it is pretty awesome. I mean, it's outside of the shock caps and the battery containers, which let's say, to me are like two like easy things to fix. That's why I'll like pass on that. For $25 you can fix them both, but come on HPI, $650 and I mean, did you flip over your HPI? Did you ever crash it
yeah,
when you were testing it? Because these batteries, these things are a joke.
for a truck that's designed to flip over, basically,
Right.
the battery trays don't hold the batteries in.
But the stock tires are fine.
Yep.
Yes, the motor's fine.
The driveline was bulletproof.
Driveline totally
I didn't have any
fine.
issues with it.
We didn't have any issues. Honestly, the electronics didn't blow up, which is a big step up for HPI for us. I will say, I wish they would have had like some sort of throttle curve editing on the actual remote that came with it, because we had to move over to Spectrum because the throttle trim on the remote's like basically useless
Yeah,
too.
the throttle trigger it's just too sensitive for however they have it set up. It's just such a small throw for so much torque that we just realized that we couldn't even use it in the long run.
So for the running video, we ended up basically just running it on 4S, and that was great. I mean, I thought it held up great. It handled a lot of terrain. My one big knock on this truck is that, and I wouldn't consider myself an amazing driver, but it spent more time on its back than anything. I mean, it was constantly flipped over on its back. And now converting to an XL would probably help that. But that's not what I bought. I bought Savage Flux HP. And, if I were to spend, I don't know what it is, $100 for the XL conversion, another $40 to fix these two things, it'd be a great RC. But now I spent $800 plus the battery, $1,000 for this, which is only a couple $100 away from a fifth scale. So let's get back on track.
Well, we touched on
we already touched basically on price.
Durability is great.
Yeah, durability is great.
Value is a little, just because of the issues we're having, a little low. But if you threw in that extra money, you extended the chassis, and you fixed the small shock caps and the battery trays, you probably would have the ultimate basher. I mean, in terms of durability, it's way up there. But it's not the ultimate basher if every time you try to bash, you have to go flip it over. And I mean a lot of flipping over.
I was going to make a little funny clip video of all the times that we'd walk out and flip it over, and it ended up like being 6 minutes long of like constantly flipping over, and I decided it would enrage HPI fans. Not that we're not HPI fans. I mean, we have an Apache. We have everything HPI sells that most people would want. I thought for value, actually, I'm going to go ahead and give it like a 1 on value, and let me tell you why. I think this truck should have been $100 less, first of all, or at least $50 less. Let's say put it in the $599 range, and then for the extra $50, I can fix these battery doors and the shock caps. And for $650 with those two major, I mean, these are like major issues, right? Like, you can't drive this truck without the batteries flying out of it, so you have to fix that.
Yeah.
You can't drive this truck as it comes out of the box because it's just uncontrollable. And you can't drive this truck without shock caps. So I thought, well, I should give it a 3 on value. I think there's a little too many. Like, if they would have put a 4S in here, I would have never had to upgrade a lot of the other stuff. So maybe it would have been fine. But price we talked about. Durability is fine. Actually, it's pretty darn durable.
Ignoring the shock caps.
Yeah, and that's a small thing.
Never
like really,
stop moving.
Yeah, even like stuff like Traxxas is always gonna have stuff that just kind of breaks right away, so that's fine. Fun factor, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 2 out of 5, because it does not stay on its 4 wheels. It flips over, and I'll edit that and say if we XL'd it, I would probably give it a 4, which is a pretty strong score.
Out of 5.
Yeah, out of 5.
Yeah, I could go ahead and say, fun factor is probably about a 3 out of 5, unless I was someone who loved showing people how my truck can flip over because it's got so much power. Then you probably rate it a 5 out of 5, but no, it needs to have more stability.
But what if we XL'd it? You
If we
think that
XL'd
would
it, yeah, I think I'd put it 4 or 5 out of 5 because I know for a fact, yeah, it would inherently lower center of gravity. It would extend the stability of it, and then this thing would be a lot of fun. It could hang with some of our favorite kits out there, but
Oh yeah,
as
I
it
would
comes.
definitely own this XL'd over my previous like King of Bashing, which I really like the Stampede VXL, but I would rather have this if for 650 it came XL'd.
Yeah,
That's fair to say,
agreed.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
even paying extra $150, I'd rather have this if it was XL'd. But knowing I got to stick 150 in to XL it, that changes things. I don't like to spend that much money on an RTR.
So I hate to be Captain Obvious. Would you buy it again?
No, I absolutely would not buy it again, and I definitely wouldn't recommend it to anybody who it's their first RC. It's too much power. It's too much of a. We didn't even touch on the fact that it's a TVP chassis, which means working on anything's a total, to use another acronym, P in the A. But luckily, nothing really broke, so it wasn't
Yeah.
really an issue. So I guess, I can't diss on it for the TVP, but normally, for standard maintenance and stuff like that,
Oh,
it's brutal.
horrendous. I'll ask myself if I'd buy it
Yeah.
again. I would buy it again if the Savage HP is the Savage HP XL. And I would
Okay.
probably spend, I'd even go as far as say I'd spend an extra $50 to get that.
700.
If they fix everything else, because you would have the ultimate monster truck. I mean, in terms of the power and durability, it's awesome. If I don't have to take it apart, great. If it handles better, awesome. But no, I would not buy this again.
Well, so overall, though, the review, I think, for the Savage Flux HP is a positive one. It's like, you're close, HPI. You're
Yeah.
close. And maybe we'll decide to keep it because I don't know how the resale value is going to be on this. And maybe we'll keep it, we'll XL it, we'll do some shock upgrades, we'll fix these retardo battery doors. Or maybe we could do the fifth scale conversion. I don't know. But if it's your first RC, no way. If you have experience working on RCs and you have a large area to run it, keep that in mind too. If you don't have a huge area to run it, forget it. Most of the fun of this monster truck is kind of getting it to speed and like kind of handling a bunch of different terrain. If all you have is a small area, at least you don't have to walk that far to flip it over, I suppose. So,
Words of wisdom.
yeah. I mean, I don't like flipping RCs over, let me tell you. And when I was editing the running video of this, it was like him and a friend of the show, Dwight, basically flipping it over constantly. But close HPI. We may keep it and XL it and see if we like it better. But for now, I don't like it.
So tell us what you think.
Yeah, and all you love is Traxxas and you hate HPI comments will be deleted with impunity because we don't hate HPI. I love HPI. I want HPI.
We're rooting for them.
Yeah, we really are. I mean, they released about 1,000 models this year. If they would have taken their time and released 10 instead of 20 models and did some better testing on these speed controllers and tweaked them, like set them out better with a better throttle curve, I would really love HPI a lot more. But that's our review. If you have any questions, post them up on down below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe up above. Also, check out our website at rcnightmare.com. And if you're selling or looking for any used stuff like the stuff we sell, you'll probably find this out there, maybe, is buyrcstuff.com. We put it together for the RC community to save you all those rip-off final value fees that eBay charges. So, hope you liked it, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.